Have you ever wondered about the hidden side of the internet where secrets thrive and rules are bent? Imagine a world tucked away from the public eye, a parallel universe within our digital landscape. This realm is known as the dark web, a shadowy, unregulated part of the internet. It's an obscured sanctuary where anonymity reigns supreme, and the concept of oversight is a distant memory. Born from the ashes of the 20th century's Cold War, the dark web was initially a tool for clandestine communications. Today, it's evolved into a labyrinthine network, far removed from the surface web, the accessible internet we use daily, and even the deep web, the reservoir of unindexed data. The dark web, on the other hand, is a realm where encrypted data thrives, a place inaccessible without specific tools and know-how. This underworld might be closer than you think, lurking just beneath our everyday internet surfing. Imagine a city with no laws, no surveillance, where every alleyway holds a different secret. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel, but a metaphorical representation of the dark web, a parallel universe on the internet. In this city, buildings represent websites, the inhabitants represent users, and the winding streets, the pathways of data. Unlike the surface web, where every building is visible and every citizen accountable, here the buildings are shrouded in darkness, the inhabitants hidden behind masks. Just as you would need a special map to navigate this city, you need a special browser to access the dark web. The most common one is Tor, which stands for the onion router. Its name is an homage to its design, layering user data like an onion to maintain anonymity. With Tor, our city's inhabitants can wander the streets without leaving footprints, their identities concealed beneath layers of encryption. Our city is diverse, mirroring the vast variety of content found on the dark web. There are libraries holding books banned in many countries, forums for whistleblowers, and platforms for free speech advocates. Yet there are also darker corners where illicit activities take place. There are alleyways that lead to black markets, selling everything from stolen credit card details to illegal substances. One might ask, why does this city exist? The answer is complex. The dark web is a place of freedom where people can explore and express themselves without fear of judgment or censorship. But it's also a place where the lawless can exploit the anonymity for their own purposes. Just like any city, it's a place of duality, a reflection of the world we live in with its light and dark sides, and just as you would be cautious in a real city, you should tread carefully in this digital one. In this city of shadows, anyone can don a mask and become a ghost. But not everything in the dark web is shrouded in malevolence. This vast, cloaked expanse is not just a haven for the illicit, but also a refuge for the oppressed, a platform for the outspoken, and a fortress for privacy. In nations where censorship reigns, where voices are stifled and information is a controlled commodity, the dark web becomes a beacon of free speech. It offers a platform for citizens to gain access to unbiased news, to express their thoughts without fear of retribution, and to communicate securely amidst a climate of surveillance. And then, there are the whistleblowers, those brave souls who risk their livelihoods, their reputations, even their very lives to expose the truth. For them, the dark web offers a shield. It allows them to communicate securely, to leak sensitive information, and to shine a light on corruption, all without revealing their identities. Moving beyond the societal, the dark web is also a haven for individual privacy. In an era where our every click, every search, every online purchase is tracked, analyzed, and sold, the dark web offers a reprieve. It allows us to browse anonymously, to keep our data out of the hands of corporations and governments, to preserve what little privacy we have left in this digital age. And yet, for all its virtues, the dark web is not without its vices. It's a marketplace for illegal drugs, a hub for arms trafficking, a playground for cybercriminals. It's a place where anonymity can shield not just the oppressed, but also the oppressor. So is the dark web a tool for good or evil? The answer is not so black and white. Like the internet itself, the dark web is a tool, a double-edged sword. It can be used to protect, to liberate, to educate, but it can also be used to harm, to exploit, to deceive. Like any tool, the dark web is as dangerous or as beneficial as the hands that wield it. So, how does one traverse this hidden realm, you might ask? Navigating the dark web isn't like your usual jaunt through the sunny sides of the internet. It demands a more cautious approach, a heightened awareness of the risks involved, and a firm grasp on cybersecurity measures. First and foremost, you'll need a special browser. The most commonly used is Tor, an acronym for the onion router. Tor is designed to anonymize your online activity by sending your data through a labyrinth of servers. each layer peeling off a bit more information about you, hence the onion metaphor. But remember, Tor isn't a magical invisibility cloak, it merely makes it more difficult for prying eyes to trace your footsteps. Now, even with Tor, your connection isn't entirely secure. This is where VPNs, or virtual private networks, come into the picture. A VPN adds an extra layer of protection, encrypting your data and hiding your IP address. Pairing a VPN with Tor can significantly bolster your defenses against potential threats. But wait, there's more. When you're dealing with sensitive information, you'll want to use PGP. Pretty good privacy. PGP is a data encryption and decryption program that provides cryptographic privacy and authentication for data communication. It's like a secret code that only you and the intended recipient can understand. Lastly, when it comes to transactions on the dark web, traditional currencies don't cut it. Cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, are the norm. They allow for anonymous transactions detached from the regulated banking systems. But let's not forget, the dark web is a murky world, filled with questionable content and unscrupulous characters. It's not a place to tread lightly. Even with all these precautions, the risk of encountering nefarious activities or becoming a victim of cybercrime is never zero. With the right knowledge, the dark web can be explored, but remember, it's easy to get lost in the shadows, so tread carefully, be vigilant, and always prioritize your safety. The allure of the unknown is tempting, but beware the dangers that lurk in the dark. As our journey into the depths of the dark web continues, it's crucial to remind ourselves that this realm is not without its perils. The dark web, in all its shadowy mystique, harbors risks that could pose serious threats to your digital safety. Firstly, the prevalence of malware is significantly higher in these uncharted territories. Just browsing could potentially expose your device to harmful software designed to exploit your system's vulnerabilities. A simple click may lead to a digital catastrophe, infecting your device and compromising your data. Then there are the scams. The dark web, with its promises of anonymity, acts as a magnet for unscrupulous individuals and organizations. They lure unsuspecting users into traps, often through seemingly legitimate transactions, only to swindle them out of their hard-earned money or valuable information. But perhaps the most sobering risk associated with the dark web is the potential legal implications. Despite the misconception that activities on the dark web are untraceable, law enforcement agencies worldwide have been stepping up their efforts to monitor and control illegal activities. Engaging in illicit transactions or accessing prohibited content can lead to severe consequences, including criminal charges. Yet, it's not all doom and gloom. The dark web, like any tool, can be used responsibly and ethically. It's essential to remember that we all have a role to play in promoting a safe and respectful digital environment. This means being mindful of our actions and understanding the potential impact they may have on ourselves and others. In the end, the dark web is a testament to the internet's vastness, a reminder that even in the digital age there are corners yet unexplored. But as we venture into these corners, let's remember to tread lightly and responsibly, always aware of the risks that lurk in the shadows. So what have we uncovered about this mysterious realm? We've delved into the dark web, a parallel universe that exists right under our noses. We've seen how it's a realm of unchecked freedom, a place where everything from the benign to the illicit coexists, a place where you could find a rare book or fall into a den of cybercriminals. We've also grappled with the double-edged nature of this digital underbelly. On one hand, it serves as a haven for free speech and privacy. On the other, it's a breeding ground for illegal activities. We've journeyed through its labyrinthine pathways, understanding how to navigate it while keeping our digital selves secure. Thus, the dark web is not just a place, but a testament to the duality of technology. It's a world within our world, and it's here to stay. The dark web, a world within our world, a reminder of the double-edged nature of technology, enticing yet dangerous, a shadowy frontier in our digital age.